Hey, hope everybody had a great holiday. Just thought I'd take a nice stroll through the woods since it's not above 90 degrees like it's been. A lot of berries coming on out here in the woods. Just about any woody area in Michigan, you can find some sort of berries that can be foraged. So what kind of berries does everybody like to pick? I know some people think berries only come in the store or in a produce market, but there's a lot of them that have been coming on. Got the wild red elderberry, red raspberries are ripe. Still waiting on the blackberries to get ripe, but they'll be another month or so. Black caps or black raspberries are getting ripe. If you can get to them before the birds do, wild ones taste a whole lot better than store-bought. No chemicals. I know some people believe that certified organic when it comes to your herbs and stuff like that is the best way to go, but I'm a firm believer if you can get wild crafted out in the woods that haven't been touched by humans and with any spray dope or machinery, I think that is a lot better than certified organic because you know they've used something to keep the bugs away. You know, in nature, a lot of fruits and vegetables, they're also food for the ecosystem. As humans, a lot of us think that we have the right to kill off all the bugs and insects. Well, most people don't realize that bugs are put in nature to eat off things that have weakened DNA. So when you start seeing your plants in your garden that are getting ate up by bugs, you may want to consider what you're planting. Is it overly hybridized and the DNA's structured different, so nature thinks that it's diseased and needs to be ate off? One of my favorite berries that I remember picking as a kid, you had to make sure you picked them when they was ripe. The gooseberry. When they're not ripe, they have quite a few thorns on them, but after they're ripe, the thorns start falling off, and they're really good in pie. We always like to pick them and eat them in the woods. Didn't never make them to get enough of them to make a pie because they're far and few between. You know, you see a lot more of the raspberries, the golden berries, the black raspberries, and the blackberries. I like the dewberries too, but most of the plants I find anymore, they don't have berries on them, only every few years. A lot of the berries, most people only think of using the berries themselves. You know, your elderberry flowers, for instance, we sell quite a few of them in the tea shop for people that like to make respiratory and immune system teas. They complement the elderberry themselves, which when taken on a regular basis helps and inhibits the enzymes that viruses need to do damage. But the red raspberry leaf, you'll find that in a lot of relaxing blends. You'll find that in some women health blends. You can use the blackberry leaf as well. The Michigan grape, you know, a lot of us only think of it for jams, jellies. If you're good at making wine and you know how to wait until they're good and ripe, usually after you get a good frost. But there's a lot of culinary uses to the grapevine, or to the grape leaf. If you get ones that are not buggy, they're not faded with yellow, you can use that in your dill pickles instead of buying alum from the store. Just pick you a few nice, good size, non-buggy leaves off from your grapevine out in your yard. and use that, and it helps keep your pickles from getting squishy. And I'm sure you can Google quite a few recipes for culinary dishes that are wrapped with the grapevine leaf. Just when you're foraging, like if you're picking the grape leaves like I'm talking about, make sure you know what you're getting. You know, like these are the grapevine grape leaves, but there are a lot of other viney things that some people might think is the grapevine if you're not experienced. Like this is a viney plant, but it is not grape. That is the Virginia creeper. So whether it's a berry, an herb, a root, leaf, make sure you know what you're picking before you consume it, or before you feed it to your animals. All right, have a great day.